Now we have had a very strange thing, because we have had something that looked like prosperity. And in fact, you can call it prosperity. There was growth all over the place. But underneath, it's the same problem as the 30s. Finance capital was still calling the shots, and production capital was not free to expand fully to all the potential that it has. Right now, well, now with the recession and the credit crunch and all that, it's a different thing. But until the credit crunch, all this prosperous time has been very prosperous for those who have a lot of money. But it has been difficult to get new money to do entrepreneurial things. It has been difficult for middle-sized companies that are in the stock market to survive, because they were being squeezed for profits every quarter. And any CEO who dared make a true 3-year plan or a 5-year plan to get something really, a lot of investment going that would only give fruit in 3 or 5 years would be out in 2 quarters. The stock market calls the shots and does not let production capital expand or grow or do whatever. Many companies have had to get rid of their best human capital, because the stock market has been a tyrant to production. Whereas in the frenzy period, it was allowing experimenting and, putting a lot of money into that. Now they're very cautious about innovation. Of course, there is a little bit, the venture capitalists, they're different. But the stock market itself is really not catering to true innovative behavior, but especially to expansive behavior and growth behavior. They're not interested in that. They're interested in short-term profits. And that is as bad as what was happening in the 30s in terms of exploiting the potential. And of course, you build up this casino, which is what they have been having, and now it's falling apart. And I hope it's enough for governments to understand that you have to not only regulate for transparency and all these things, but also to regulate in favor of production capital. Somehow fiscal treatment has to be completely different. If you made your money in a bet with a derivative or some futures market or something, you pay 60% tax. If you made your money by investing in a real company that created employment, you pay no tax. Or you are forced, any investment you make has to be, if you sell it in the first year, you pay 60% tax within the first year. If you sell it after 5 years, you pay no tax. Things like that. I mean, you've got to have a true change in order for the full potential of this thing to really come and to have employment and growth and all the rest. So those 2 periods, which are like a parenthesis in the process, that sort of cut the process and make it where you have to shift the roles